What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dosh. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's a reaction time, and this is to Disney's Willow. This will be for episode 4, titled The Whispers of Nockmaar. Now, the last episode was really good. We're kind of really diving in, getting a little bit more in regards to the overall series, the agenda of Willow trying to, of course, get Alora somewhat trained, prepare her for what's to come. Of course, trying to go rescue the prince. Now we're dealing with the fact that there is some backstory in regards to a situation where we're introduced to something called the Lux Arcana. Now, during a conversation, with Kit, it's brought up, and I'm curious to see, of course, where that will lead to them if this particular thing is able to help them in regards to the evil that they're literally journeying to go directly into to get the prince and save the prince. Now, also dealing with Valentine being infected and capturing Alora. Of course, she gets away, but then she's introduced to two ladies who I really thought might join with the rest of the group, but that was short-lived. Too much talking, not a lot of getting away, and then getting caught up, Valentine killing one and the other one trying to run away with, Alora, but doesn't make it that far. And he said, your arrogance, got them killed. A little bit of it was. She's very naive. And I think as time goes on, hopefully in these next couple episodes, she'll somewhat rise to the occasion and know that this is serious. Everybody involved in this situation, this journey, they were protecting you for years, and now you are out at the forefront, and then we need to deal with this. Now, with that being said, I feel bad for Willow because he lost his dear friend Nelwyn, and this kind of heightens it. And also the simple fact that when we see this dark cloud is coming, they're going towards it, where they end up going towards Nockmaar, which hints with the title of this episode. So I'm curious to see, what else on their journey they're going to come across their path. So with that said, let's go ahead and just jump into it. I'll say that's my thoughts and then you guys.
Let me help you.
We can't go in! Don't you see? This is what she wants!
There's more. It won't be easy to hear this, like you must.
What happened to Valentine and Merrick is gonna happen to me. And you guys are gonna have to stop me before I...
And that thing that you did at the slaughtered lamb, could you...
blast its insides out. A few moments of the most excruciating pain ever endured. The Order of the Worm practiced taboo magic against nature. If a rite exists that can extract that kind of evil, I think I know where we'd find it. Here. The Purgation of Mamtop.
Yeah, that's my favorite purgation.
It's a ritual of throwing, of casting out. It's complicated and dangerous. Fetch me a dagger with an ivory hand and a selenium blade. Wait, there's one thing even more important than that. No matter what, stand at the high tower. It's maybe, probably a portal to the netherworld.
Grateful to Sorsha for giving me a home, but when Valentine took an interest, he gave me something that I've never had. A way to use my anger, to channel it into becoming something. I'm going to the Bahamas to keep watch.
I'll come with you.
Just help Willow and Alora get what they need.
You say contour rolls?
I found everything except for essence of nightshade.
We can't leave out ingredients. Mix it wrong, we could blow up the whole castle.
Is that part of...
No. I was sick when I was a kid.
With what?
I don't know exactly. Just something bad. How's the purgation going?
It's not gonna work. And if this ritual doesn't kill him, I'll have to.
You're not real. What did I tell you? Give Galadon an heir with a claim to Tirasleen. Redeem yourself for what you stole from me. It wasn't me!
announce your name? Your family?
I do.
Will you embrace the light of the Eternal One? The blood of the Six runs in your veins. You shall be his harbinger. Primal priestess!
See anything?
No. It's right, you know. One of us is gonna have to kill him. How'd you live with it?
You set your eyes on what you want. You go for it. And you don't look back.
Is somebody there? Can anyone hear me? If you can, please, talk to me.
Harry? Harry, we hear you.
Love and hot. I'm alone. I'm scared.
We're coming for you.
It's not Egg.
Please,
It's the Lich.
no.
He's trying to break our concentration.
No.
Don't let him.
We all spread out to go look for you. Do you hear that? What, Graydon being reamed? Look, I'm trying to tell you something right now.
I'll come with you.
I cannot lose you a third time. Willow's gonna be pissed. Mother?
Oh boy.
It's in a time of dread.
Who is it?
We have swords and crossbows and spiked flails with poison. We don't.
Hey! You're the only one in the catacombs who knew that makes you the only one who could have guessed I had it.
I would.
Come here. You have no idea what it means to me. I'm glad.
Please remove your grubby hands from my princess.
What happened? Where's Willow?
Colin, we're in big trouble. But Willow's not, so come on, we have to find him.
Another trip? Maybe.
I can't help you anymore. What did I say was the #1 most important safety rule?
No matter what, stay out of the high tower.
You are the worst apprentice ever.
So tiny and helpless.
With my magic, I'll send her into a... You know so about!
Same as last time. Our friends.
I tried. I don't have...
You're good, Eccleberry Bush.
Sea charm. It worked.
This. I'll catch you if you fall.
That line continued through the ages. Strong magic, but corrupt. The blood of the Six.
More to she was the blood of the Six. I mean, so am I.
Alright, you guys, this was a good episode. Knowing that Graydon has been affected and them having to figure out what's their next step. We see them, of course, walking towards Bab Morta's castle, abandoned castle, and it was really, just like I said, seeing when they show little, clips or whatever from the movie like this to add a little extra nostalgia to the show. I love that. Now, he didn't want to go there because he's like, if we go there, just be mindful, the spirits of her, the evil, being, because she was, pretty much, turned radicalized by the blood of the Six. Be mindful. And being that Kit's mother told her parts of her mother are in her and Eric. So it's like, watch yourself. Also, Willow telling them, do not go up to the high tower. You don't want to be exposed or the gales come, whatever, and use that as a way to kind of find a way through and then cause a stir while they're trying to do a ceremony to rid the possession that Graydon is dealing with, similar to what happened to Valentine. We know that being that Jade lost, she's still mourning. She's sad because in the end she had to kill Valentine. He asked her to do it and she did it with the sword he gave her. So she's definitely taking it hard. And they said if it comes to it with Graydon, Kit, he's your fiance, you're going to be the one to do it. No one else is going to do it. It's nothing as opposed to you saying about it, but once you do it, you feel totally different when you're tasked to do something like this. So just saying it out loud doesn't mean anything. Physically doing it is another situation. And then knowing how they're all together and dealing with that, it's just like, I feel so bad because they're trying to stay focused and it's kind of hard dealing with that. Now with Boorman, knowing that we know about the Lux Arcana, he's acting rather, weird. Come to find out, he sees some little thing, this somewhat door. He's trying to use his key and he can't get in. And I'm like, why are you touching something you don't know? You're hearing whispers of voices. It's like, stop, brother. Like, what are you doing? Needless to say, he couldn't get in there. I'm kind of glad. But then certain things are happening, whispers and things, that would not appear, might not look like they're, appearing to be true or happening and all that. You're seeing, like they said, certain visions, things are happening. And you see with Kit being summoned to get some more stuff, in regards to the, the ceremony, the ingredients. She comes across seeing something and she's, sees visions of her grandmother. Then, you're seeing what looks like some sort of painting showing moments where her Bab Morta was going up against, another, witch and all that. And it just sets up the tone where she feels like, certain things could happen where she could end up like her grandmother. And it's like setting up, what I don't know, but hopefully she stayed the course. Excuse me, that won't be, but her mother definitely told her. So it's like, be mindful, honey. I said, I have to remind myself they are pretty much learning on the go. A little bit of that naive, about things, not knowing things and all that. Like I said, they're not well trained, they're not well versed. Willow does have things he can tell them to give them the knowledge, but it's like they're going to be hitting a lot of different types of hurdles and a couple of little lessons on their way to finding Eric. Now, with that said, of course, Graydon, you sitting there thinking that whatever Willow was doing, of course, eventually Alora sees little visions of her mother, what happened to her at the hand of Bab Morta. And then you also see scenes where she shows up and you're thinking Graydon, is healed and Willow just happened to not be around. Like, come on now. Right there, I was like, nah, I'm not buying that. Eventually find it's like, where did he go? He's infected, whatever. She believed that off the cuff. That's why I said, just as Will said, now everything is what it appears to be inside Bab Morta's business. Like, be careful. There are evil spirits in here, again, that took her over, did this along with the blood of Six and made her the evil that she was. Now, with that being said, they end up at the high tower. Willow ain't up there. That was set up. Graydon had her up there, and they're going to finish the ritual to kill her, which they were trying to do, of course, in the movie. I like how in the end we do see, they show up, and then the rest of the crew shows up, Jade, Kit, and Boorman. And they're able to, but in the instance, when Kit finally tells her, you know, your little tree bush, it did grow. That was why she was trying to tell her prior to them putting together the ingredients for the ceremony for Graydon, and she kind of, you know, wandered off. I will tell you this, that scene of her on top of him, and it looks like she's sucking out whatever the evil and is going, you know, through the little portal, through the hole within the high tower. That was a good scene. Was not expecting that, and she doing what she did, saving him, and slowly, I think, realizing everything Willow was saying. And I know at first she probably was hesitant, like, I don't believe you, this and another, but Willow is trying to explain things and seeing it, and I think all the rest of them are becoming more and more clear. I mean, Graydon already knows that Allura has it in her to do these things. She's just not confident enough and self-aware that she doesn't believe so. But I think now that that situation happened, that particular moment is opening her eyes, and Willow looking at her, you know, just proud that she did what she did. Because I was wondering, how is she going to do? Is she going to, you know, do some sort of chant or whatever? And all that. Oh no! So I was actually happy to see that moment happen, and a realization, like, yeah, you're slowly building your powers. He definitely has more to teach her. So as they go on the next part of the journey, now towards the end of this episode, you see Eric. He looks like he's some captive, but he's in some abandoned city. You know, have no idea where he's at. So I'm curious what's going to happen with it. I'm surprised they left him like that, you know. And of course, the little jail, it's almost like they just threw him there, and it's kind of forcing them to keep coming towards them, and not realizing, oh, they really don't have him. They put him there, and in a purpose of them coming towards it and then leading them in, I don't know, some sort of trap. What's really going on? Don't have that many more episodes to go, so I'm really curious to see, you know, what exactly they're trying to do, so they can, you know, find a way to get to Allura, you know, and then deal with the rest of the group, so they can, you know, somewhat vanquish her or do whatever they need to do. So with that said, you guys comment below. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.